All right, let's just jump right in. You know the feeling, right? You're standing in the grocery store, staring at that wall of cooking oils, and it's completely overwhelming. Which one's for frying? Which is for salads? And honestly, which one is actually good for you?
It's like a culinary maze, isn't it? You've got your avocado, your coconut, a dozen different kinds of olive oil. It seriously feels like you need a chemistry degree just to figure out what to make for dinner. If you've ever felt that way, trust me, you are not alone.
But here's why it's so important to get this right. The oil you choose to cook with has a huge impact on everything. The nutritional value of your food, your heart health, even inflammation levels in your body. Making a better choice here is one of the simplest, most powerful things you can do for your health.
So in this explainer, we are going to cut right through all that confusion. We'll start with the absolute basics, heat and health. Then we'll get into your go-to oils for everyday cooking, your special flavor oils for finishing dishes, touch on which ones to maybe use a little less, and wrap it all up with a toolkit for keeping them fresh. Let's do this.
You know, to really master the oil aisle, you only need to understand two key ideas. Seriously, that's it. Think of these as your secret weapons for picking the perfect oil every single time. And they are the smoke point and the fat type.
Okay, first up, smoke point. It sounds technical, but it's super simple. It's just the temperature where an oil stops being your friend and starts to break down. You ever see oil smoking in a pan? That's its distress signal. It means the good stuff is being destroyed and nasty free radicals are being created. You definitely don't want those in your food.
And look, this table makes it really easy to see how it works. We've just broken it into three basic groups. Low smoke point oils, they're for things that don't involve heat, like making a great salad dressing. Medium is your sweet spot for gentle sautéing and most baking. And those high smoke point oils, well, those are your workhorses for grilling, roasting, and frying. The bottom line is, you just have to match the oil to the heat. That's it. So our second secret weapon is getting a handle on fat types. The kind of fat an oil is made of, its actual molecular structure, tells you how stable it's going to be when you heat it up. But more importantly, it tells you how it's going to affect your long-term health, everything from your heart to inflammation.
It really just comes down to three main types. You've got your saturated fats, like in coconut oil, which are really stable for cooking. Then you have the stars of the show, the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, or MUFAs. Those are what make oils like olive and avocados so great. And finally, you have the polyunsaturated fats, or PFAs. Now, these include those super important omega-3s and 6s that our bodies need, but they're generally less stable with heat, which is why they're often better for finishing a dish, not cooking it. All right, now that we have those two concepts down, let's start building your kitchen toolkit. We'll kick things off with the high-heat heroes and the versatile all-rounders that you'll probably want to have on hand all the time. First up, the absolute champion of high-heat cooking has got to be avocado oil. Its smoke point is incredibly high, so it's perfect for searing, grilling, stir-frying, you name it. It's also packed with those good-for-you MUFAs and has a really nice, neutral, almost buttery flavor that won't take over your dish. It's just so versatile. Next, let's talk about light or pure olive oil. Now, this is not the same as that fancy extra virgin stuff. This kind is refined, and that process actually does two things. It tones down that strong, peppery flavor, and, this is the key, it raises its smoke point. That makes it a fantastic all-around oil for your everyday sautéing, roasting veggies, or even baking. And hey, for anyone who loves the taste of butter but needs a higher smoke point, there's ghee. It's basically clarified butter, which means all the milk solids and water have been removed. What's left is pure butterfat that can handle high heat and has this amazing, rich, nutty flavor. Big bonus, it's lactose and casein-free, so it's a great option for a lot of people with dairy sensitivities. Okay, now let's flip to the other side of the coin. Let's talk about oils where flavor is absolutely the #1 priority. These are your finishing oils. You're going to want to add these after the cooking is all done. And the king here is, of course, extra virgin olive oil. Its smoke point is on the lower side, and it has that delicate, peppery flavor that you just don't want to destroy with high heat. Its real magic is in its powerful antioxidants, these things called polyphenols. So save this one for salad dressings, for dips, or for that perfect drizzle over pasta or veggies right before you serve them. Another flavor powerhouse is toasted sesame oil. Now, it is really important to remember this is not a cooking oil. Its smoke point is way too low. Instead, you just add a tiny little drizzle to your stir-fry or your noodle bowl after it's off the heat. It gives you this incredible burst of rich, nutty flavor. A little bit goes a long, long way. And now for the do not heat ever category. We have flaxseed and walnut oils. Honestly, you should think of these less as cooking ingredients and more like nutritional supplements. They are absolutely packed with those essential omega-3s, which are fantastic for your brain and heart, but they are incredibly delicate. The best way to use them is to add a splash to smoothies or salad dressings to get all those benefits.
So to really make smart choices, it helps to know which oils are probably best used in moderation or maybe even avoided. This isn't about making any food bad. It's just about understanding the nutritional trade-offs you're making.
This slide here gives you a really clear side-by-side. On the left are healthier choices, and on the right, the oils you probably want to limit, like those highly refined corn and soybean oils. Here's the deal. They're often processed using chemical solvents and are super high in omega-6 fatty acids. Now, we do need some omega-6s, but our modern diets are usually flooded with them, and that imbalance can contribute to inflammation. And of course, always avoid anything that says partially hydrogenated oils. That's just code for unhealthy trans fats. Okay, last thing. Once you've actually spent your money on these wonderful, healthy oils, you gotta protect them. Heat, light, and air are basically the enemies of fresh oil. They cause it to go rancid, and when that happens, it loses all its health benefits. So here are 4 super simple rules. 1. Keep your oil in a cool, dark place, like a pantry, not right next to your hot stove. 2. Always seal the bottle tightly. 3. Your really delicate oils, like flax and walnut, they belong in the fridge. And 4. Just trust your nose. If an oil smells off, like bitter or like old crayons, it's rancid. It's time to toss it.
So there you have it. You know, it might seem like such a small thing, but consciously choosing the right oil is a really simple but incredibly powerful step you can take to elevate your cooking and boost your health every single day.
And that kind of brings us to our final thought. Now that you have this knowledge, take a look in your own pantry. Which oil are you going to upgrade first? Maybe it's time to finally try that avocado oil for high-heat cooking, or maybe add some flaxseed oil to your morning smoothie. The choice now is all yours.